Ladies and gentlemen around the world, it's time for the most accurate power rankings in the known universe, the charted universe at least. It's like we're getting these straight from Gray Sports Almanac. It's so accurate. So here are the NFL power rankings. Here's how they stack up 32-1 heading into week 7. So at the bottom, not a lot of movement. So you got the Jets at 0-6. Lose to the Dolphins, bro. Like, how is Adam Gase not fired? How does Greg Williams still have a job? He got rid of Le'Veon Bell. Sam Darnold deserves better. They're in line for Trevor Lawrence. No one's going to catch them. They're going to go 0-16. So sorry, Vikings fans. But how will they screw up Trevor Lawrence? That's what I want to know. And so Trevor Lawrence should come back to Clemson for one more year, and then the Jets go 0-16 again. He's like, drat next year. All right, so next at 31. So Washington. Seems a long time ago that week 1 comeback win at Philadelphia or against the Eagles, so not so great. You lost to the Giants, bro. The Giants were in the running for the worst team in the league. They're not even the worst team in the state anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. But either way, Washington should be in line for a quarterback as well, much to the chagrin of us Vikings fans, because there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks going early on. 30. So you got the Giants at 1-5, just lipped one out against Washington. Now, if they're in position to draft a quarterback, I think they still should. Daniel Jones is not the answer. Yes, I know he made some plays, but he's not a franchise guy, despite what Dave Gettleman says. Next up, 29. So you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They've been dropping like a stone, man. Initially, they showed some spunk and some fire with Gardner Minshew, but Doug Marrone sucks ass. Like, how does he still have a job? I think that Adam Gase and Marrone are probably your co-favorites in terms of the next head coach to be fired. So it's not going to be long. 28. So you got the Bears. So congrats for just barely beating the Panthers. And again, the biggest frauds in the NFL besides one team that we'll get to in a second. Worst 5-1 team in NFL history. Oh, we got BDN. Big Nick. Cool. Get out of here. The Bears are terrible. Next up, 27. So you got the Eagles at 1-4-1. Just barely dropped one against the Ravens. But they're still in second place in the NFC East. I mean, they're, a half a game behind the Cowboys, or however that math works up, because the Cowboys are 2-3. But my God, my goodness, or 2-4. Yeah, whatever. All right, next up, 26. So you got the Cincinnati Bengals, where they built up to a 20-point lead against the Colts, and then they gave away a 21-point lead. But Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, the future is bright, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. But drop in the draft, maybe get Penny Sewell, maybe get Starvin Marvin from Florida State. Maybe do something. Or, can you imagine Jamar Chase with Joe Burrow, LSU linking back up again with T. Higgins? Let's go. Next up, 25. So you got the Falcons plus 4 spots. They got the first win of the season against the best 1-5 team in NFL history. So you got to give credit to the Falcons. They didn't blow a lead. They kept the Vikings at bay and just barely held on at the end. And for that, they move up a couple spots. Next up, 24. So you got the Texans, Romeo Crennel in as interim head coach. It feels like Romeo is always the interim head coach. But team is playing a lot better after they axed Bill O'Brien. Deshaun just, and then they just gave it away in overtime against Derrick Henry and the Titans. Great job by Mike Vrabel manipulating the end of that game situation, by the way. 23. So the Broncos moving on up to the east side. Finally got a piece of the pie. 2-5, moving up 5 spots. They kicked 6 field goals against the Patriots. It was enough to get it done. 18-12. The War of 1812 also did not go the way of the New Englanders. Although we won that war, right? Or is it a draw? Doesn't matter. Next up, 22. Cowboys 2-4. Oh my God. So send in the clowns. Andy Dalton is a shell of himself. Yes, this is his first start. This team is garbage without Dak. They can't do anything in the passing game. The offensive line is in shambles. Zach Martin now went out with a concussion. They already lost Tyron Smith with the neck. Zeke Elliott, when asked to carry this team, he fumbled it. So it's not ideal. And this team, if the season ended today, would be hosting a playoff game. It's wrong. It's wrong, man. 21. Speaking of wrong, so the national media jabronis are all wrong about the Packers. So 4-1 off the bye, down 3 spots. Absolute massive frauds. They allow 38 unanswered points against the Bucs in their spot. I mean, who have they played? And yes, that includes the Vikings week 1. Who have the Packers really played that they've beaten that have any substance at all this season? No one. None. This team could still end up with a losing record. Are the Bears going to win the North? I guess it's possible. Next up, 20. So the Niners redeemed themselves to a degree. Statement win Sunday night against the Rams, up 4 spots. And Kittle is a man among boys. Jimmy Garoppolo is just not it, but it's hard to trust him otherwise. Raheem Mostert is talented, but he's perpetually injured, so it's unfortunate. Next up, 19. So hello, DeAndre Swift. Hello. Lions up 4 spots, moving to 2 and 3. They beat the Jaguars, but then again, who doesn't? Congratulations. Next up, 18. So I got the Chargers on bye just through attrition through some other teams. They move up 1 spot, as well as Justin Herbert. Hey, I think Herbert has a chance. Well, I think Herbert is ahead of Burrow right now in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting, but Justin Jefferson is going to be both of them, so I guess that really doesn't matter. 17. Hey, Teddy. All right, so Teddy got the ball. He had a chance to have a game-winning touchdown drive at the end. Didn't happen. But that's Teddy looking out for Vikings fans, because after the Vikings lost to the Falcons in that manner, Teddy knew that if he led an amazing come-from-behind touchdown drive, that Vikings fans, the heart, it would just go. So Teddy's just thinking about us. That's how selfless he is. Next up, 16. All right, so Patriots dropped another one. They fall to 2 and 3 on the season. Cam is back, but Cam was pretty ineffective. But don't sweat. I wouldn't sweat it. It's still Belichick. It's still Cam Newton. They'll be perfectly fine. Just get in the playoffs and then go from there. 15. Saints on a bye at 3 and 2. No big deal. 14. So the Colts up 3 spots. Had a nice comeback win against the Bengals, but also they had to come back against the Bengals. So this defense got exposed to a degree. They're still one of the best units in the league. Phillip Rivers is still ceased to be, but Jonathan Taylor-Thomas is legit. And I don't know. I like Frank Reich. I don't know how far this Colts team can go. They're a little bit hot and cold week in, week out, but TBD. 13. So I got the Raiders. They're down 2 spots just through attrition, but they're on the bye, and they still have that win over the Chiefs at Arrowhead in their back pocket, so no big deal. 12. Rams down 3 spots, so getting shut down by the Niners, but I think the Rams are back. I think they are still legit. I think they are going to be firmly in the NFC West race. They still have 2 games against the Seahawks head-to-head, so 4 and 2, going to be interesting. Next up, number 11, the Dolphins. I love Brian Flores. I love Chris Greer. I love the accumulation of talent on this team. Plus, they have the Texans' 1st and 2nd round picks next year, so don't forget that. Plus, it's Tua time. Oh, lordy. So you're 500. You're in the AFC East race, as well as now you got your future franchise quarterback getting some reps and starting. Let's go. 10. So Cardinals up 4 spots, a statement win over the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. And you'd be like, well, they beat the Cowboys without Dak, and Zeke was coughing up the ball. Sure, but they could have lost. But yeah, Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler getting it done. Hello, Christian Kirk. Oh yeah, there's other wide receivers here besides Nuke and Larry Fitzgerald. Next up, number 9. So the Browns down 3 spots, still 4 and 2, but Stefanski got 38-7 again. He's experienced that before. And Baker Mayfield, it's time to be concerned about Baker. It really is. When you have more commercials than you do have first downs in your game, that's not great. Now, I actually think, obviously Stefanski trusts Case Keenum. Maybe Keenum can grab some of that 2017 magic again and just ride it out with these Browns. Next up, number 8. So got the Bills down 3 spots. So they dropped 2 in a row. Maybe they're not ready for prime time. So it was a nice 4-0 start. Josh Allen was looking like an MVP adjacent candidate. But in the last 2 games, Josh Allen's been exposed against 2 good teams, Tennessee, as well as getting shut down by the Chiefs. But, be what it be. 7. So the Vikings. No change. It's unfortunate. No marching up the power rankings, but still 1 and 5, keeping the hope alive that they'll fire Zimmer and Spielman and get rid of Kirk Cousins. Whatever. Next up, number 6. So I got the Bucks up 7 spots, 4 and 2, back in the saddle again. They exposed the Packers, and as we talked about with the Buccaneers, everyone talks about the offensive weapons, but that defense has speed. They are legit. They are ball hawks. They can certainly get after the passer as well. So the Bucks are an interesting team, and they had some growing pains to start, but that's expected with a 97-year-old quarterback in a new offense and a new system. But there you go. Number 5, Titans 5-0, up 3 spots. So Derrick Henry. is just a man amongst boys. 94-yard touchdown run, closed the door in overtime. Also props to Mike Vrabel for circumventing the rules, which the Titans are known to do, especially around protocols, and stopping the clock and winning the game there. Top 4. So no change in the top 4. You got the Ravens surviving against Philly. You got the Chiefs running all over the Bills. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. But we need Le'Veon Bell. Why? Sure. And then also 2 Steelers 5-0, win 38-7 over the Browns, and then also the Seahawks 5-0 off the bye, tanned, rested, ready to go. And Pete Carroll and Russ are just gonna, man, it's gonna be a fun rest of the season of football. Just getting after. There's some really great teams. There's some really horrible teams in this league. It really is stratified into the haves and the have-nots in this weird 2020 season. But what are your thoughts on our thoughts? Sorry. What are your thoughts on the most accurate power rankings in the known universe? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.